Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello and welcome to Footy Judge Mo, people. Listen, Liverpool are unstoppable. They're definitely favorites now to win the league. They are favorites going to the Arsenal game, of course, as we spoke yesterday with Mike Das and Rack. Rack doesn't believe so, and I know Husam doesn't. But Chelsea, is it on Poch? Is it actually on Poch yesterday, or these players shouldn't be playing for Chelsea? Also, the conversation about Saka and Palmer, of course, what everybody now is talking about this. Who would you rather have it in your team, of course? Well, I think yesterday gave us the answer, to be honest. It just gave us the answer. But we're here with, of course, Husam, of course, Don Husam from This Is Football, and also Lewis, Carefree Lewis, his debut on the channel. He's here looking at his phone. Big up everybody in the chat. Hit that like button if you just joined us, of course. Big up everybody that joined from LB stream. Listen, I'm waking up at 6:30 in the morning to do this show. So at least help me and like the damn video. Like the freaking video, people. When you walk in, if you're watching this on the replay, like the video, support the channel. And I'm going to start actually with Lewis here, since he's debut on his channel. Even though Hosam is the winner, but it's just his debut. Who's it on yesterday? We're talking to Andrew Surfer yesterday, to Winter Surfer yesterday. He said it's both, but do you think it's on the manager yesterday?
Before Lewis answers, I just want to say Lewis's hair looks on point today. We have to give him credit.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely the hairline is actually looking real good. So big up Lewis, you know? No homo, obviously.
Oh,
just
I swear I literally just woke up. I haven't done a
but
single
messy
thing
hair
today.
usually
Thank
messy
you.
hair is it's the new trend, my guy. Messy hair is usually the best hair that you can have, 100%.
Hey, I'm glad we got something right over the last 24 hours. Let's go. Big up, my guy. But yo, everything except Petrovic and Cuckoo Chukwuemeka just sucked. Individually, we sucked. Structurally, we sucked. The referee sucked. I don't even really care too much. Like, yeah, we should have had 2 penalties. Yeah, it might have changed the game. Whoop-de-doo. Like, what are we going to say? Oh, nice. We drew at Anfield in the game we deserved to lose 5-1. All right, calm, great. No, like, players weren't good enough. Manager wasn't good enough. Big up Petrovic for keeping the score decent. And thank God Nunes is Nunes. That's it. That's just it. But yeah, great to be honest.
You don't think that it was... I was watching the game yesterday. I'm like, some of these players, and I'm going to come to Husam in a second. But I said that yesterday after the game. I said, I'm watching some of these players, and bro, players tripping on themselves, missing the pass, like losing the ball without a reason. Yes, Liverpool made them look mediocre, but come on, some of these players should be doing better than this. Much, much better than this. Like Raheem Sterling, why you're late to pass? Why you get dominated by a 19 or a 20 years old? Like, we're being told he's one of the best players in England. He scores these many goals. Why is Caicedo too slow? Why is Caicedo too slow? I'm actually, I have no idea why is that. But listen, I'm gonna ask Husam. Husam, is it Liverpool made them look mediocre, or is it Chelsea are actually shit?
It's a bit of both, to be honest with you. We cannot just say one of those two things. I think it's a combination. The thing is, I think what Liverpool done yesterday is a thing that obviously we've seen happen 100 times this season, where Liverpool are just absolutely electric on the pitch, where Liverpool are absolutely, incredible to watch. I mean, Liverpool's XG yesterday was 3.18, which is obviously unbelievable for a game specifically of this magnitude, because usually games like this are a bit more tight. I know Lewis himself will tell you pre-game, and the people who watch my channel will tell you as well. I actually predicted a 1-1 draw, and the reason why I predicted that is usually
Liverpool to smash Chelsea.
Yeah, no, 100%. I said it's going to be a 1-1 draw. The reason why I said that is
hope. No reasoning.
No, Husam looked at the history and said we drew the last 7 games, including the 2 cup finals, 9 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
The last win was in the COVID season.
To be honest with you, it was different. I was looking at this game and I was like, Husam, this is different.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I had a logical reasoning. I'll tell you my logic. This season, Chelsea have risen to the occasion and sunk to the occasion. Yes. Meaning, other than Luton, Chelsea have actually done better against the better teams. Like Chelsea have drawn against City. Chelsea have drawn against Arsenal. So it's not like they've absolutely sucked in the big game. Like they've actually not played that badly, to be honest with you. And I think we all came out as well of that Chelsea City game. You remember the 3? Was it 3-3 or 4-4?
4-4.
4-4. The 4-4 at the start of the season. And we said, yo, Chelsea were actually the better team. Like Chelsea actually were even better than Manchester City. So obviously there was logic behind the reasoning. So yeah, that's what I'll say. Like it was obviously 100% logical thing to say. But look, I've been consistent on this. I sent you a video. I don't know if you got it, so you can play it on.
I got it.
You know, I've said from before, like, look, I just think some of these Chelsea players are overrated. I just don't think some of them are as good as people think. And I'm not gonna be, you know, clickbait and just talk about Enzo and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna talk about Enzo because I think him and Caicedo really don't really have help, in my opinion, in that team. Feel like they're expected to do too much. Caicedo, I thought Caicedo was the worst player out of the two yesterday for me. I thought Enzo wasn't that bad, to be honest with you. Like he wasn't as bad as Caicedo.
Of all the starters, he's probably our best outfield player for what it's worth.
Yeah, like so. I think some of the like this for me, the back four, Ben Chilwell got absolutely destroyed by both Jota and Bradley. Now, getting destroyed by Jota is not an insult, you know, like Jota will destroy players, but getting destroyed by Conor Bradley is an insult. I thought Disasi got absolutely stripped yesterday. Thiago Silva and Badiashile in that defense is like dumb and dumber. I'll be honest with you. Lewis said at the start, they were very lucky to have Petrovic. They're very lucky to have Petrovic in goal because this could have easily been, and I'm so glad Lewis has not been shameless today. I know we'll get to the refereeing decisions.
He can be shameless. I don't think he can. There's no shame.
I'm talking about the refereeing stuff.
That's a cow.
I'm talking about the refereeing stuff. This game genuinely could have literally been 7-1. If Darwin Núñez wasn't just such a fucking idiot, this game ends 7-1 to Liverpool.
But you have to agree that the penalty might have changed the dynamic of the game.
It might have, but it just wouldn't have meant anything.
I don't think so.
Like, if we came back and somehow drew 3-3 off 2 pens, I wouldn't even.
No. The first penalty. I'm talking about the first penalty. Chelsea could have defended the whole, for example, even better. Like
we saw how they looked when they had to defend.
I would agree if Pochettino did set us up with a high line with Darwin Núñez.
That's what I mean. He might have dropped the line deeper. That's a thing.
But
anyway, I'm not gonna. I don't want to dwell on the referee. We spoke about it for like yesterday for 45 minutes. So, my opinion is that I'm gonna keep saying it. Liverpool have been screwed a lot this season, tons of times, right? However, one mistake doesn't make the other right, in my opinion. But listen, this is it. We'll speak on top four. But as for now, if any Chelsea fan is offered 6th or 7th place with much improved football, with players improving, he should take it right here, right now.
I'm not taking 7th.
And Lewis, before you go, I know you want to comment on it. This was a video sent to me by one of the guys yesterday. And this was a video. Battle of the North hasn't been literally even on YouTube for the last like 6-7 months.
3-4 months.
This was in the summer. This was such a long time ago where I said, you guys need to understand that this is a rebuild from scratch. Now, me and Lewis have had multiple conversations about Pochettino, and I allow him to land now 100%. He's the Chelsea fan. All I'm going to say is, obviously, Poch is at fault for certain things. But at the same time, I'm just looking at some of these Chelsea players. And some of them just need time. They're a bunch of youngsters. Like you just need to be a bit more patient. Because in my opinion, this is just my opinion, if you sack Pochettino and you get in a new hipster manager, whoever it is, De Zerbi, blah, 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 whichever, because thing is, Chelsea ain't going to get Mourinho. Chelsea ain't going to get these type of players because these managers don't manage youngsters. So they're going to get like whichever new, sexy hipster is now available, like De Zerbi or whoever. If you get any of these guys, in my opinion, all it does is just press the reset button. Now, could Pochettino have done a few things better? 100%. But I just think some of these players are too young, too inexperienced, or just not playing well. And yesterday is a prime example of it. Cole Palmer has been great for Chelsea this season. And we've even put him in combined 11s and all of that. But at the same time, Cole Palmer yesterday showed like, yo, I can't carry this team by myself. I need help. Same thing with Enzo. Same thing with Caicedo. Same thing with these players. So these players will take time to develop. And games like yesterday will only make them get more experienced headed into the future.
Yeah, before Lewis goes, guys, I want everyone in the chat. We have about 350 people here. Big up everybody that is in the chat. Guys, I want everybody to tell me, should Pochettino get sacked? Now, yes or no question. Chelsea Football Club spent a lot of money. They have very good players. And what are you now? 9th or 10th now at the moment? Until Man United
We're
play.
10th. We're 10th again.
You're 10th again, right? Until
my
so
screen
you
has
are
now
10th
gone from a
again.
Man United hate along to a Wolves hate along because I can't have Wolves win and go above us.
Oh my God, you can be 11th today.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
guys,
United also need to win to stop Wolves going against them, and we play Wolves on Sunday. So
fuck me. Anyway, people in the chat, yes or no question, answer it. Should Poch get sacked? Lewis, to be honest with you, listen, I defended Poch, but I keep saying one thing. And I know what Husam is going to say. If you're Chelsea Football Club and you're sitting 10th, 22 games into the season, the manager should be sacked. Even though I see the style of play and I think your players are overrated, but they are in 10th. Right? They are in 10th. And I keep the same energy for Spurs, for Arsenal, for Man United, for Man City. Simple fact is, Chelsea Football Club, no matter what the circumstances are, shouldn't be 10th. No matter what the circumstances are. So maybe me and you spoke about Poch and all the stuff, but sitting 10th and can be 11th, 22 games into the season, he should get sacked. You should get an interim manager. I don't know who they are, but this is my opinion. I don't know what you think.
Pochettino should have been gone after the United game. The fact that he's still here nearly 2 months to that fact is just a disgrace on the ownership and the recruitment team because they're just accepting failure and they're just doing this for ego. It's bullshit. Now, I agree. Like, some of the players were not good enough at all. But to a point as well, the system also set us up to fail from the off. You go to Anfield against Darwin Núñez and you play a high line. Are you tapped? We yet again isolate Caicedo and we throw Enzo into second striker shifts, treating him like fucking McTominay. Again. And then we wonder why the midfield looks absolutely disjointed. Palmer and the false nine, I understand we had to do it. I didn't really have too many problems with the lineup. I think this game just emphasized the fact that, you know what, Palmer ain't really the false nine sort of guy because he drops deep way too much because he wants to get more touches to the ball. And then when we try to progress the ball forward, there's no outlet there, except maybe Conor Gallagher. And then this guy can't hold possession to save his life. Gallagher's crap, been saying that. Ben Chilwell was an absolute fraud. Every single person who was screaming, oh, we need Ben Chilwell back. Oh, Ben Chilwell, he's our best left back. You disgrace. All of you. This guy has been crap since 2021, and you still let UCL tax brainwash you. The guy got given the run around by Connor Bradley, and deservedly so. He is not at the level that we need. But people actually think Ben Chilwell's good enough. Silva, Badiashile, absolutely terrible. But again, to a point, the high line didn't help either of them. We should have been a lot deeper. Why did we do that? Disasi, poor. Everyone bar Petrovic and Kuku and Chukwuemeka were poor. But as much as I'm annoyed at the players, they weren't put out in a position to win the game too. So it goes both ways. This manager does not set the team up in the right way. And that is why, in spite of all of the player issues, the manager is my primary issue, and nothing is changing until this guy leaves. I am not asking for a lot. I'm asking for a manager with a basic structure. I'm asking for a manager with basic tactics and not to make stupid decisions, game in and game out. We can't even get that. Like you said, 22 games in and we are 10th. And people still want to say, give this fraudulent crap manager time. This guy is a joke. This guy is a catfish. And he should have been out of the door this morning. But yet again, I'm waking up and this guy is still in the job. Yet again.
I believe the players are overrated. Like I said that to Husam like 2 months ago, and Ziad got upset.
Say the players. Name the players, please.
Okay, so the players that are overrated, what I mean overrated, I mean you rate them higher than what they actually is. Caicedo is good. Okay, I'm gonna name the players. Caicedo is good. I'm gonna name the player. Caicedo is good, but apparently he needs a better system and he needs a supporting cast around him. Yes, he was last season amazing, but he might be a product of the Zerbi system. So he's good.
Did he play in a single pivot at Brighton?
He played with McAllister and Pascal Gross, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
McAllister's been playing a single pivot, to be fair, and he's killing it for Liverpool.
Big
The
up to him.
difference
He's
is
also
I
in a much
think they
better
have better.
structure.
Okay, my point is I think the difference, Lewis, is there is Van Dijk there, right? There are players that are more experienced. There is Trent. Trent is
Alisson.
older than him. Trent, I think, is his age is older than him. Trent has way more top
So we're gonna
class
say the
football.
squad was inexperienced that played just.
One of the things that Caicedo might be one of the best players, like you watch him, but he needs experience around him. I think Enzo, for example,
So
Enzo.
Caicedo
Okay, let
needs experience around him.
me.
Wait. We want to talk about the experience of the squad. One
But
second.
you asked me for
let me
names. I
land
name
one
one
point
player
on
and you
that.
get upset. You get upset for one
I'm
name.
not upset. I'm just making one point before you talk about
All
experience.
right, all right then.
So I'm just going to talk about the starting 11. Thiago Silva, 39 years of age.
Yes, he's
Sterling,
not. He's not that
years of
guy.
age.
Okay.
Chilwell, 27 years of age. Disasi, 25 years of age.
Let me explain
Petrovic
to you.
is 24, and Enzo and Gallagher are 23.
And let me explain to you the difference. And I said it yesterday with the guys, right? And I was thinking about it in the game. Raheem Sterling, one of the most overrated players ever to play in English football, ever. Pep Guardiola made this guy look better than what he actually is. And we see this in top games. He has one good game, two bad games. One good game, three bad games.
Agree.
Right?
I agree.
And he's never a leader. You agree with this? Like he's never going to turn into someone and actually lead them, right? Never.
Yeah, he ain't the guy to carry a team on his back.
Exactly, right?
He ain't that guy.
Thiago Silva, people think Thiago Silva is this fantastic guy. Thiago Silva won the league with AC Milan, went to Paris Saint-Germain, built all this repetition with Paris Saint-Germain, which is so easy to look absolutely fantastic in the French league when you have Ibrahimovic, Cavani, and everyone. People don't like that, but it's so easy to go and choose Paris Saint-Germain and look absolutely fantastic in Paris Saint-Germain. Came to Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel is the defensive guy that you played 4 in the back under Lampard. Thomas Tuchel came in and said, we'll play 3 in the back, we'll win the Champions League, we'll look absolutely fantastic defensively, we'll stop leaking goals. But Thiago Silva isn't the leader. Every time I'm watching him on the pitch, he isn't the leader. That's why people around him, and look at the difference between him and someone like Van Dijk. You play me next to Van Dijk, I would look decent. I would look all right.
I wouldn't say Silva's not a leader.
Silva isn't. It's very obvious Silva isn't the leader, Lewis. Badiashile look lost. Disasi, who is experienced and should be experienced, isn't. He doesn't look bad, but he doesn't look great. Badiashile has gone worse than before. I'm sorry, Lewis. You don't have leaders. That's the problem. Enzo, Caicedo, Cole Palmer. When we are turning, you are turning to Cole Palmer. Please carry us. Please tell us what it's trash. It's garbage. Conor Gallagher on the pitch, he looked absolutely atrocious yesterday, but he had courage, right? What I mean is that he had
Lewis, I apologize for any Gallagher prop at the start of the season.
Like yesterday,
you were right.
The way he
you were right. I have to say you were right.
The way some of the plays, and I said that yesterday, and I watched and I saw what you said, Lewis. The guy trips on the ball. What I mean trips, like he's walking with the ball without anybody doing anything apart from the penalty. He trips on it. He can't pass, right? So I see what you're saying about Conor Gallagher.
He can't play deep. He can't play high. He just shouldn't play.
He just runs around like a headless chicken, and when that's what he does. And he looked all right before because I think everybody else looked like garbage. So he looked all right. But to be honest, I think Enzo Fernandez, for example, you can see he's talented and everything. The guy was overrun yesterday. On the ball, he looked good when he got the ball. But you didn't have the ball yesterday. You literally didn't. There is the goal that they scored. I looked at who is in the 18 of Liverpool, of Chelsea, right? Enzo is nowhere to be found. It was Conor Gallagher. It was Cole Palmer. It was everyone but Enzo. Enzo isn't the defensive guy. Enzo is good on the ball. Even McAllister looks better defensively with the tackles and interceptions than Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez has one part of his game, going forward and distributing. That's it.
He shouldn't even be going forward. That's tactical instructions.
But that's wrong, Lewis. But how is that even? You have to have a little bit of defensive attributes to play in a double pivot. He doesn't.
I agree, but like half the time he's pulling himself back because he's been told to go further forward. So when Liverpool is transitioning, Caicedo's just there on his ones. That's why I was talking about the structure earlier. Because we're not playing them together. As soon as we have possession, we are throwing Enzo further forward. And then when we come back, it's just Caicedo isolated. And then you could just use the wings as you please. I mean, Ben Chilwell's on one side and Disasi's struggling on the other.
Who would you rather have, Enzo or McAllister, to be honest? And no favoritism, Lewis. I want you to remove your Chelsea hat. We looked at this season. We looked at last season.
I will, like, genuinely, I don't watch enough Liverpool to speak on McAllister like that. Like, I thought he was good.
He's
I thought he was
improving
good
by the
yesterday.
game, which is impressive.
But we don't utilize Enzo the right way. We haven't done that for like 3/4 of the season.
So why is Caicedo
We can't
getting
even
worse?
have that argument.
Why is
There's
Caicedo
one
getting
guy
worse?
who I don't watch enough of, and there's a guy that I believe is being misused.
Misused.
So like, it's not a good argument to have in general.
Like I'm looking at these Chelsea players, and I think you should have hired or recruited one more experienced midfielder, and not Conor Gallagher.
Not midfielder. I
No,
think
someone else.
a winger. Maybe a winger.
But I
winger.
get what you're saying, but you hired you got Nkunku, Raheem Sterling, and you can have Chukwuemeka, which is I admire Chukwuemeka every time I see him play. The guy is very good, Chukwuemeka. I believe
more like because Mudryk hasn't shown me anything so far.
Bro, Mudryk isn't a footballer, bro. He isn't a footballer.
Got a better left winger, maybe.
He isn't a footballer, bro. He isn't. He's a 100-meter sprinter. He isn't a footballer.
My defense.
Bro, Nunes has a better touch than the guy,
bro. Is gone. Like he has to show me stuff now. Like I'm not dying on the Mudryk hill anymore. Like that second half.
Were you before?
Absolutely atrocious.
Were you before? Were you before?
Yes, he was.
I was saying he needed a bit more game time.
Don't try it, Lewis. You know
really
you are on the Mudryk hill. Don't try it.
Let me land, bro. Let me land. So I was saying he needed a little bit more time because 3 crap managers, not a lot of game time. There's no Europe for the second half of the season. Like he's not been good. He's also not necessarily been given that great of a platform. But now it's been a year. I'm barely seeing any improvement. It's like I can give you the benefit of the doubt to a point. Eventually, I'm going to need to see some improvement. And I've seen minimal improvement. Like some improvement, but it's not anything worth flexing. It's just he looks a bit better than the player that walked in the door. That's it. I need more. I need more now than that.
Do you believe in Nkunku can solve the problems you have if he starts games?
Hey, he looks like he knows what he's doing in the box. He took that goal really well. I didn't even expect
Bro, it looks like knows what he's doing anywhere on the pitch, bro.
Yeah, like it's night and day with him on the pitch, and like we barely even seen him play this season. So
I believe Lewis, to be honest, and I said that in the beginning of the season, your first problem, get Thiago Silva out of the pitch. 39 years old, should not be playing for Chelsea at this moment. With all due respect to anybody. I can't
argue down on that. The guy's making mistakes nearly every week.
Exactly. And that's what I said. And he's too slow, bro. He's too slow now. 39 years old.
And then we go to Anfield and we put him in a high line. Like, imagine that. A whole 39-year-old, you have him doing shuttle runs against Darwin Núñez. This is what you're doing to this poor man in his last years.
Grandpa Silva, yes. People, there's over 550 of you here, and you aren't liking the freaking video. We aren't even on 200 likes. Minimum 250 likes, people. Hit that like button. Come on, people. Come on, hit that like button underneath the live chat, people. Let me do a couple of these super chats for the people who support the channels. Mo is saying, big up Don, corrupt judge, and the realist. Lewis is a realist now. I had no idea. This is... Well, big up Lewis, the realist. Big up Lewis. Nilo Palace saying, Husam, can I get some Caicedo tears you collected yesterday? I'm gonna let Husam go now. I need a jar
full of some Caicedo cake. I think that's better.
Yeah, I will collect from you later. I already have Enzo tears. Wow.
Also, if Poch is still managing by the Carabao Cup final, congratulations, Husam. In advance.
Let me finish
We're
this.
not winning that. That's an even bigger pitch than Anfield. Ha!
He's given up already.
If Poch is in charge, we're not winning. We're not winning.
Akil, I'm gonna do the super chat, Akil, when we come to Akil is saying club statement is similar point to when the City faced the 115 charges and their whole season flipped. Liverpool to win the title, tired of City. I'm with Liverpool to win the title publicly now.
Anyone but Arsenal.
No, I'm Liverpool. No, not City. I can't have someone win 4 leagues. This is gonna be a farmers league. For you, you're a Londoner, so you don't want Arsenal to win it. So that's completely different than me.
I hear your side, but
Like-
this year's bad enough without Arsenal fans.
Yeah,
in the
but
league.
Akil, appreciate you. We'll see. I think actually Liverpool now we'll talk about Liverpool in a second, how favorites they are once we finish. Chelsea, Studio Hooks, appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much. What message do you think Saka and Poch sends to prospective managers? Not trolling, but you are in a real bad place. It would take a miracle to change. Lewis.
Prospective managers, we are literally the club of hire and fire, and we still won the most trophies this century. Like whoop-de-doo, we've done it before. This guy, this would just be the most deserved sacking of the lot. That's it.
Yeah. Akil is saying Mudrik is a Ukrainian carpenter that has just conned his way here. He's busy taking contracts, Liverpool players' houses after the match. Yeah, probably. I don't know how he
I
became.
just googled something because I was curious as you guys were saying it.
Yes.
I googled where and when is the next Olympics. There's 2024 Paris Olympics. Mudrik has about 3 months to sign up for the Ukrainian sprinting team, and I think he actually could win them a medal. Like genuinely, Mudrik could win them a medal 100%. He's very fast at sprinting, probably faster than maybe he's like probably Usain Bolt level of speed. But football is not his sport. He just need to find a sport where his speed can be used.
Yeah, listen, Husam, talk to me about before we go to Liverpool about Chelsea.
Yes.
Is it Poch's fault now? This game, or are you gonna still die on the hill that he's the third best manager? Seriously, I was
Yes,
asked this
I
yesterday.
still, my brother, if I don't rate 9 of Chelsea's players, how can I blame their manager? Like it's just me just being honest right now. I'm looking at, listen, you can cry all you want. I'm looking at the recruitment. I'm looking at the recruitment policy. I'm looking at Todd Bowley, and these guys are for me the biggest problem. I don't think it's necessarily Pochettino. Pochettino has made many mistakes this season. I think Pochettino is to blame for certain things in game, certain situations like, maybe him, how can I say this? Maybe him not making the right decisions in terms of like maybe a starting 11 or some shit like that. I have no problem admitting that. But I look at Chelsea Football Club this season. I've made this argument before, I'll make it again. In my version of a combined 11, I'm putting 9 Newcastle players ahead of Chelsea players based on this. Big up, Salad. Look, Pochettino is just doing what he can with this team. This team is just not good enough. Pep Guardiola would have this team 6th. Jurgen Klopp would have this team 7th. This team is not, like, people need to understand, this team is not amazing. Like, these players need time. Time is of the essence. You need time because they're all young. They're inexperienced. Give them time. That's why, by the way, it could have been easy for me. And even Lewis will tell you, I haven't been like, the prototypical guy. I can easily come up here. Oh my God, where was Enzo yesterday? Where was Caicedo yesterday? I'm not oblivious to the fact that these two are obviously good players, but they need some form of experience themselves and experience around them. I'm talking about them building up their experience, them, getting their levels high step by step by step. Pochettino, in his first season at Chelsea, with this new project, is not expected to go to Anfield and win or draw, or I'll take it a step further, or even put on a performance. Like on paper, think about it, yesterday's game, headed into the game, right? Which Chelsea players, based on what they've done this season or their form, or even you could say their ability, start for Liverpool? Because Salah's not there, you say Palmer. Because our midfield, you could probably put Enzo in there, and other than that, there is no one. Like these are two players. Like and today and yesterday's game is prime example of why stability works. The guy like Connor Bradley, who cost Liverpool Football Club £0, comes in and is the man of the match. That is what stability does for you. Now, Pochettino is not Klopp's level. I've already told Lewis this. I don't think he's Klopp's level or Pep's level. I just think now, if they do sack Poch, they're not going to hire a Mourinho. They're not going to hire a Zidane. They're not going to hire an Ancelotti. And said managers will not come work for Chelsea at this moment in time. Not because Chelsea are a small club or any of that. No, because the players that currently exist at Chelsea are not players that are an Ancelotti team or a Zidane team or blah, blah, blah. If those managers come in, first thing they're going to do is buy 4 30-year-olds. They're going to get experience influxed into this team directly. So for me, if they sack Poch, The only people I could see Chelsea hiring is probably as the Zerbi, is probably a Graham Potter. Okay, shit, they already done Potter. I mean,
Yeah,
like
we
the
sacked him already.
Zerbi,
It already
you know,
happened
like
before.
Thomas Frank, like whoever, like some young manager, you know, with no gray hairs on his head, like, and just a guy who could come in and do this whole beautiful football shit. But Poch usually does play beautiful football anyway. I mean, yesterday's a bad example, but generally, Chelsea usually are in control. Look, I think Poch needs time. The players need time. And they need time to develop. They need time to get experience, and they need time to get better. And I think the players can get better. The players can improve. They just need time. And like this team, obviously, you can tell just clearly not ready right now. I still don't think it's Poch's fault. And if Chelsea do sack Poch, and remember what I said, and we will come back to it in the future if they do sack him. If Chelsea do sack Poch and they get in a new manager, all it's going to do is hit the reset button. Chelsea might have a good 3-4 results after, but after that, it goes back to shits again. I promise you.
But I don't get how we reset from what when there's barely any structure or barely any tactics in the first place. I agree with what you're saying on the players. You can talk about them not being ready yet. That's fine enough. But in terms of the manager, a manager can still put a structure in place, a clear structure that actually gets you somewhere. And if that was the case, you'd be looking more at players more for not finishing chances, because we would be making even more chances. We would look even better in possession. We wouldn't look as clueless out of possession. It would come down to more individual problems than just a structural problem, which is why the manager still has to hold a lot of this problem, because he is not doing anything to make himself look good. All he does is throw players under the bus, complain about injuries, set us up confusingly, have an awful second half regardless.
But
So,
Lewis, I need
like,
to ask you one question. You yourself, Ziad as well, big up Ziad, of course, Winter Surfer, Nina, all the Chelsea people that come here in this. You guys said we don't like Colwell left back. Colwell is not a left back.
I was about to say.
Wait.
I swear I was about to
This is
say that to
This is
Lewis.
the scenario, right? Colwell is a shit left back. He's a center back.
Colwell, if we're gonna,
And
if we're
I
gonna
agree
do
with
this
it.
to get to Chilwell,
You know where I'm going with this, right? You know where
Yep.
I'm going.
go
You know
on,
exactly
Lance,
where
go
I'm
on.
going.
Go on, Lance.
And then Chilwell plays, and he looks absolutely even worse than Colwell.
It's worse than Colwell
What
yesterday, which
What
was
do you want?
shocking.
What do you want Poch to? This is the tools at his disposal.
But here's the thing. All my criticisms of Poch, have I said anything about the starting lineup?
But okay, but you did before.
Right.
But you
I
did before,
understood.
didn't you?
Before in previous games, yeah, but we're talking about the Liverpool game, bro.
But you complained about
If we're
Chilwell. So
you're saying
but,
Colwell
but,
left
but
back, and then
you're
we put Chilwell
isolating
left
one
back
game.
for this
You're
game. We're talking
isolating
about
one
this
game.
I didn't have a problem with the lineup when it came out. The thing is,
You're isolating one
Colwell-
game, Lewis. Now we are talking about a
Colwell
whole
sucks
season.
at left back, right? Chilwell has been a crap left back. He hasn't been good since 2021, and even then he was only good at wing back. This guy is a left back that can't defend. I've been
He's a
saying
wing
this
back
since
in a back
before.
five. He's a wing back in a back five. It was very
Yeah,
obvious
that's
from
it.
the beginning.
That's it. He's
But
not
so
good
what
as a
do you
left
want
wing.
Poch to
He's
do?
not good as a left back. So like regardless, Colwell or Chilwell, you're suffering on either regard. My problem is the only other left back that we had, we sent to Dortmund.
No, you have another one, Kukurea, who's injured. You cannot keep
Injured.
four left backs.
Yeah, but like that goes without saying.
And
anyways.
Ian Matson, you really, again, another youngster you want to rely on to hold that place against.
I want to try it, and if
He
it
did,
doesn't
he
work,
did, he did for a half season. For a half a game. He did for a half a game. Didn't Ian Matson play left back for half a game?
what 30 minutes against Brentford?
But that, okay, my point is, you
Wow.
want him to ignore
What an
Colwell. You want him to
opportunity.
ignore Chilwell and play Ian Matson, who is
I
unexperienced.
want him to
and
at least
youngster.
try and give him a run of games, and if it don't work, cool. At least we tried. The way he used Chilwell against Middlesbrough, you're telling me he couldn't have used Matson in that way. At least tried to. He didn't even attempt it, and that's my problem. We didn't even try.
But Lewis, do you actually hear Mo's argument? Because he's saying at the start of the season, you guys were complaining about Colwell playing left back, and rightfully so. And then Chilwell plays left back, and then Cucurella plays left. So it's like, it's not like you've got. And by the way, like the Matson to Dortmund thing, I don't think any club, including City, has 3 left backs in their team. I don't think there are 4 left backs in their team. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like Cucurella,
should have been
Chilwell.
sold time ago.
No, I hear you, but Cucurella and Chilwell are there.
Why
like
is that
from,
Poch's fault then?
I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
like-
minded Cucurella starting. Like Cucurella's had A bad game
Is he
against
injured or what?
Bro,
Newcastle.
he's out of the. He has
Is
been
he
out
No,
injured
but
for
or
2
like,
months.
you guys
suspended
are
or what?
talking like I don't want Cucurella starting, right?
Is he injured?
We don't know.
But no, he's injured now. But I mean, in general, you guys are saying like I'm saying
Oh, yeah,
Cucurella's
yeah.
a problem as well.
He's
No,
injured.
I thought
I'm
he
happy
He
played
has
to
been
have
injured for like 2
Cucurella
when he
months.
starting
came in
when
anyway.
fit. I'm fine having Cucurella starting when fit. Obviously, he's not fit now, but when he was at the start of the season, it was still Colwell left back.
And Chelsea fans complained about Kukurea and said you wanted to sell him, and we got scammed. They should have gone to City.
Yeah,
We remember
and
that
those
or
same
no?
Chelsea fans rim off fucking Chilwell for what? Oh,
He's
because you
so
want
But
us
that's
to
the
Champions
problem,
League.
Lewis. We
What
don't
do
know.
we do?
We aren't getting a clear answer from anyone.
What's the
You,
clear
you,
answer?
if
Like
you
for me,
play,
I'd stop.
if you play Kukurea, because you are saying let's try Matson, that means you really want the manager to use Chelsea as a guinea pig, and he is. He just is.
Well, I mean, he's been playing Colwell left back half the season, so.
Because he cannot trust Chilwell, and we saw why
And
yesterday.
what about
It's
Cucurella?
very obvious.
What about Cucurella?
I think
who was linked
Colwell's
with
a
December?
better left back than Chilwell. I think
Oh,
Colwell's actually
I
a better left
agree. I agree with this.
Yeah, well, he's got an excuse. He's a centre back. So when he plays
I think he
badly,
could
I'll
at
be
least be
annoyed. I'll
molded
be
as
like,
well.
you're out of position. So I understand. When it's Chilwell, you have no excuse. You just suck. That's it.
Yeah, but see, that's prime example of what the reason. Okay, so let me just break it down. This is why someone like me would defend a Poch, because I look at that left back position as an example. Cucurella plays problem. Chilwell plays problem. Colwell plays there. He's not a left back, also problem. So it's just like I feel like the recruitment and the players that have been bought have also not been good enough. Like this is my point. This is my overall general point. When I look at Chelsea, if I line up the whole Chelsea squad right now. Liverpool want to win the league, right? I'm lining up the whole Chelsea squad. Who am I taking from the whole Chelsea team? I'm taking Enzo and Caicedo. I'm not even going to banter. Fuck banter. I'm taking Enzo and Caicedo, and I'm probably taking Cole Palmer as backup, obviously, but he won't start for me. So out of your whole squad of players, I'm taking 3 players that I think could actually help my team. So when I look at the rest of them, I just think it's one of 2 things, Lewis, and only time will tell. Either they're not good enough or they need more experience and playing time to improve. Because even the Liverpool players, I'll tell you right now, even the youngsters coming through, Curtis Jones is an example. Let's say Curtis Jones as the prime example. And I think when I use Jones as an example, Lewis will get what I'm saying. I was very highly critical of Curtis Jones 2 years ago. You know why? Because he absolutely sucked. Curtis Jones now, after a year and a half of experience of playing in the English Premier League, has clearly improved his game, has clearly gotten better, and now Curtis Jones is a reliable Premier League midfielder. He's not amazing, he's not crap, but he's reliable. You can play him in big games, you can play him in small games, you can play him in midfield. So the guy, obviously, his experience has taught him. So with these players, if you give them experience and time and all of that, I think they will improve as a collective. And I'm talking about the Badiashilas, the Desasis, the Colwells, whoever. These guys will improve with time, though. What you cannot do, in my opinion, is just sack the manager and go like, yo, you're going to get a new manager, a new system, implement this again. And just, when I say hit the reset button, I'm talking about you as an institution. Like I'm talking about, look,
Husam,
Poch
they
is
can't
good
do
with
this again.
youngsters
Husam,
anyway,
they
and
can't.
he trains them well anyway. There's signs of improvements there, 100%. There's players that have improved, and all you need is just time. Time is all you need for these players to just get better. That's my
Husam, but
honest
it's
opinion.
unacceptable to sit 10th. If your club is in this
And
position, you
that's
wouldn't.
it. Like you're looking
Husam,
at it from
all
two
what you're
different
saying is very
extremes.
objective, Husam. All what you're saying is a very objective
No, what he's
opinion.
saying is it's
However,
a
at the end,
comparison
Husam,
between a team in 10th and a team in 1st. And they're like, that's
yeah,
the problem. I
think
hear what
about
you're
your
saying,
club,
but you're
Husam.
comparing the team top of the league to a team. I'm talking about a team that can just compete for top 4. And we're not even getting to that point. That's where it's beyond like player versus player, and it goes into structure and it goes into game management.
That I cannot argue with. If my team, even if I see improvement, even if I see anything, if my team sitting 10th in the league, if I consider my team a big team in the league, I'm sitting 10th, I will ask for a big change. And the big change starts with like get the manager out. Like, to be honest, Husam, I defend the Poch and I see the style of play. And I think the players are overrated. I think the players are overrated. And I think all of this. But at the end, you cannot change all the players today, can you? It's impossible.
Okay, can I ask you a question, Mo? And Lewis, I'll ask you a question right now. Let's assume tomorrow they sack Pochettino, right?
Yes.
3 realistic names that could come into Chelsea. I'm going to be very realistic, okay? There's no agendas today from me. Very realistic. Let's say De Zerbi. Let's say a Thomas Frank. Let's say, like a manager of that ilk, what happens to these players? Be honest right now. Just tell me, how do you see the next 3-4 months in such a different way to what's happening right now, given the current state of the Chelsea squad?
We probably look better structurally. We probably move the ball forward a bit better. We probably make way more chances.
Get
Probably
Mourinho.
a better game management. That's
Mourinho.
4 reasons.
Even though Mourinho isn't great at the moment.
Mourinho would have probably at least looked close to getting a draw yesterday. Or we might have lost 1-0. 1-0 or 2. Something like that. Because he's not playing a high line with Silva and Disassi. We're playing the deepest block going. And we'll just focus on the structure and containing ourselves. That's what, like, we were saying, like, oh, I don't expect that Chelsea team to go into Anfield and do anything. No one expected Man United to go there and do anything. And what did they do? Defended for their lives. They left with a point. And what, we couldn't have done that. Oh, what does this guy do? Let's play a high line. Let's play a high line. Idiot. Absolute idiot.
Yeah, I'm like, this Chelsea it's a big problem because I see what Chelsea are doing. I see some of the things he wants to do, but it's, to be honest, but some of the, and I wanted to point out a couple of players, Lewis, before we speak about Liverpool. Couple of players. Raheem Sterling, number 1. What are you going to do with this guy? What should happen to this guy? Because I said he's very overrated and he isn't even performing to an acceptable level at Chelsea. He was absolutely atrocious yesterday. Atrocious. Which is not the first time he has this season.
Sorry, I missed the name. Who we discussing?
Sterling.
Okay. I feel like we're basically stuck with him because
the wage.
Regardless how frustrating he is, he gives you a good game every now and then, and he's basically your most likely outlet for GNA. So, and to a point as well, the way we attack, I did notice this too, like, our wingers always have to beat like 3 or 4 players just to even try and get anything out. So that also doesn't help them as well to a point. But yeah, Sterling is very frustrating. He can make some dumb decisions on the ball, very capable of it. And the fact that we have to rely on him isn't the most ideal. Like I said it yesterday, Sterling is not him, and that's the biggest problem. We've given Sterling this pedestal to be the main man of the club and to carry this club. He's not that guy. And Cole Palmer is a great example of it because he came in and made this club his in about 6 months straight. Yeah. But we can't do anything with it. He's just inconsistent. You just got to hope he has a good game. That's it. You got to hope he's switched on. You know what Sterling you're getting within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys a question? Because I heard you guys' answer. This final thing I want to say on Chelsea, because I know we have to move on. Who do you guys think is a better manager, Poch or Arteta?
Arteta.
Chat as well. Let me know, chat. Chat, let me know who you think is a better manager right now. 1-word answers only. Don't give us your life stories. I can see the Arteta's fluctuating already. Let me give you a crazy statistics. Chelsea Football Club, with a considerably worse starting 11 and squad, have more big chances created than Arsenal. I'm just saying. I need an explanation. How is it possible? If Pochettino's so shit and crap, how is it that Chelsea Football Club, also, if I ask you the same question about Emery and Poch, you'll also say Emery. How does Chelsea Football Club have more big chances created? I think better possession stats, I might be wrong, than Arsenal, than Aston Villa, than Brighton, than some of these teams. Make it make sense. All I'm saying is, let us give Poch his credit. He's obviously done something for this team. So it's not like he's crap. These forwards, like, I'm just going to be completely honest. The 41 big chances missed, 42 after yesterday with Mudryk, actually, or 43 with the Nkunku one. Those chances that Chelsea have missed, I'm going to give a realistic number. I'm not going to be unrealistic. I've been realistic this whole conversation. Let's say Chelsea just scored 10 of those big chances. Chelsea are 10 points better off. By definition, like easily.
Pochettino
like
had better game management in 3 matches, including the Villa game. We're joint 4th.
Okay, I take that. But then once again, this goes back to Mo's argument. I'll give you a prime example. When Colwell starts left back, it's, oh, he's not a left back. Chilwell's back, he's crap. And then Cucurella plays there, and then other people, maybe not you, but other people are also moaning about it. When it comes to like the forward line thing, if he benched Madueke, some people will go like, oh, Madueke got 2 goals in 2 games, he's on form. And if you bench Palmer's your best player this whole season. Broya's crap, me and you have already had that conversation. Jackson, I think, is sometimes good, sometimes shit. Sterling, as we've spoken about to start this video, extremely inconsistent. You just said it yourself. So it's not a thing where I have been consistent all the way throughout. And the one thing we have to recognize what Poch in the summer, we have to say he wanted Vlahovic. He wanted an experienced forward who could put the ball in the back of the net.
He apparently said no to Vlahovic, according to sources.
From what I've read, he actually wanted an experienced player. So he himself recognizes
experience, but like this is everyone always says the strikers, and I keep saying that. I get it. We would have loved an experienced striker. There wasn't one available. Tony was banned. Osimhen was not for sale until he had a year left on his contract. Now he has a buyout clause. He's not for sale until the summer. And Vlahovic, Poch said no to. So, like, there was nobody there. We are not going to go and panic buy. And I actually understand that. I would rather us wait for the right striker to come through. And if not, wait on Jackson. I don't mind. He's shown me enough in the last 6 months. It is what it is. But there was no striker out there. So...
Okay, so you just said you'd rather wait for the right option, right? So you just have to wait till the summer then.
I hear that, and I'm fine with that. But at the very least, you could have a decent structure as a manager and decent game management. If you had that, I wouldn't really have anything to be annoyed with you about. It would just be more of a case, it is what it is. But if we had that game management, guess what? We'd be higher up the table too. So there'd be a lot less complaints.
I'm just going to respond to Husam with one point.
Poch deserves criticism, but I don't think he is the problem.
He's not the main. I don't think he is the main problem.
Yeah, that was the article. That was
main problem for me, recruitment.
Yeah.
You cannot spend £1 billion and not have a recognized striker, a recognized goalkeeper, and experience in the team. Now, if you want to do a thing for the future, I get it. But at least, even Lewis said this in the at least get 3 experienced players. I'm not saying anything crazy. I'm just saying 1 experienced defender, 1 experienced midfielder, 1 experienced forward. But you cannot sign everyone basically 24 and under and expect your team to just elevate to the next level. You need experienced players. Even though you want Liverpool as an example, let's use my club as a positive example. This summer, Wataru Endo, experienced. Soboslai, he's young, but he has plenty of experience. He's played Champions League. He's played qualifiers for Hungary. He got Hungary to the Euros. Like he has experience. What's his name? Alexis McAllister, Premier League experienced player, 25 years old. So sometimes you need players who come in and can fit right in. So like Gravenberch is a prime example. No, but let me land. No, but but you see how I'm keeping the same energy. I never criticize Caicedo and Enzo. You notice? I never saw those two. So I give you a prime example right now. Gravenberch. Take Gravenberch as an example from us. To ask any Liverpool fan, Gravenberch this season, he either plays amazing or plays crap. You know why? Because he's young, inexperienced, and he needs time to develop. Had we signed 4 Gravenberchs, we wouldn't have been in this position right now. That's why experience matters. So I'm keeping the same energy. That's why I'm not blaming Enzo and Caicedo. I'm blaming the others. Badiashile, Desasi, your entire back line for me, your entire forward line other than Palmer. Everyone deserves criticism. Every single Chelsea player deserves criticism other than Palmer, other than Caicedo and Enzo for me. And Enzo and Caicedo, you can still criticize them, but to a smaller degree than the rest. And I've already said the stuff you were right on. I thought you were right on Gallagher. You were right on Chilwell. You were right on, like, some of these players, you are correct. Some of them are bro, like, they're actually shit. Gallagher, yesterday, I found out once for all, Lewis was right. Gallagher is actually crap. Like, we cannot say about a guy who runs around that he's good. Because every time he got the ball, he messed up for Chelsea. Messed it up. These are the problems that you have currently in your team. So for me, I look at the summer. I look at, like, your next transfer window. 3 experienced players. With Poch's style, with Poch's system, the way you're playing offensive football, I think you'll be in a considerably better place.
See, but again, it comes down to the game management, because if that was the case, we'd be higher up the table and the whole way that we look at these players would be in a different light. That's why, in spite of all of that, I hear it, but like the biggest problem is, in spite of all of this inexperience, we could be a lot higher up the table right now. Instead, I'm here still struggling to get above Man United. And you know how bad United are.
I still think United have a better starting 11 and squad than you. Being that serious right now.
I disagree.
Listen, I'm just saying. Onana played well for Inter Milan last season. Lisandro starts for you. I think Luke Shaw starts for you. I think their right backs are better than yours because Reece James is never fit. I think in midfield, Bruno, obviously, you've got Casemiro, you've got Amrabat. You've got players like that make you better. Rashford is crap this season, but obviously he would start. Like, would you like if I ask you Rashford or Sterling, would you say Rashford? Honestly,
No, I'd actually say Sterling. Rashford is
Fair.
trash. Come on, bro.
First, for me, I'd say Rashford, but to each his own. I think. Look, I don't even think.
I'll choose Rashford for sure, 100%.
And by the way, the reason why Man United is the manager's fault, I'll tell you why Man United is the manager's fault. The reason why Man United is the manager's fault is Erik Ten Hag himself has chosen every single one of these players and spent 350 million on a team that wasn't as bad as Chelsea when Poch came in to begin with. And Poch never selected any of these players. You're telling me Poch scouted Disasi and Badiashile? Oh, obviously he didn't. The only guys that Poch probably knew about before actually meeting them is probably Enzo Caicedo and Palmer, and those are your three best players. The rest is all just recruitment, scouting.
No, we didn't even have
there's this young
Caicedo
guy
or
in
Palmer
France, blah
when he
blah blah.
Palmer was like, that was an option for us, but it never looked liable until Jeremy Doku joined the club. Then Palmer went up for sale. Badiashile was already there when he joined. And the thing with Poch is like, he had 2 months before he officially took the job where he was working with the recruitment team. So he knew exactly what we were doing. He knew exactly who we were looking at. And you know what? He didn't say a word. Vlahovic was there. He didn't want him. So he digs his own grave. He digs his own grave. Can't act like he didn't walk into this team knowing what it was about.
All right.
Fair.
Let me ask. Okay, so I want to move on from.
That was actually a good debate because I made objective points and he did as well. And I think we just
Yeah,
have
that was a
different
good debate.
conclusions.
Yeah. Listen, I want to do these super chats and I want to talk about Liverpool now, the title favorites. Blaze is saying, Husam, you aren't a Chelsea fan, but you'll have to sit bottom row for the whole week just for manager propaganda. If we swap managers, we might lose, but not like that. That's
If
very
Jurgen
fair.
Klopp,
Oh,
who I think is the pound for pound best manager in the world, managed Chelsea, they'd be 6th right now.
not 10th.
That would be
SC
visible
saying
in
Arsenal
Jordan's
try to
formula.
control, so don't want to play quick. Actually, by the way, to respond to Husam, in every other metric, in every statistics, Arsenal are better than Chelsea in ball position, chances conceded, touches in the opposition's box,
Yeah,
position
but that's
won in
because
the
they have a
fight.
considerably better team. That's my point.
All right, so Chelsea are better than them in one aspect, which
Yeah,
is
but to have more big chances
Wallahi,
created
you're not
with
gonna.
a
I was
forward line
silent
that's
the
way
whole
worse.
thing, but because you're getting
Man.
so defensive, because I'm
I'm not
responding to
getting
you.
defensive. I'm just making a point, Mo.
7 big chances more than Arsenal. That doesn't mean they are better than them that much, because in every
Is
other
that
aspect
it?
they are. That's it. 6 actually.
7 big
67.
chances is 7 goals, 7 goal opportunities. That's
Well,
massive.
not if every big chance is scored,
I
every
thought it
team
was
would have
bigger than that.
70
I'm
goals
sorry.
by now. But anyway, big up Michael. I think this is to Husam. Big up Mo. El Tamari ball
What's that
tomorrow. I
Tamari
have
ball
no
yesterday?
idea. I
Come
have
on,
no idea who
Jordan.
is it Tamari.
Tomorrow, Jordan, we might create history. Will we get to the Asian Cup semi-final first time? Inshallah. Pray for us. Coming up against Tajikistan
Inshallah.
in the
Bismillah.
quarterfinals. We need to win.
Bismillah. Inshallah. People, over 600 people here. Can we get the likes up a little bit? Hit that like button. Get us to 350 likes. And listen, people. Liverpool yesterday. How are you not, Husam? There's so much depth now you have. And you heard me yesterday. Why you aren't, I'm not going to say favorites. Don't you have the same chances as Man City now? Because you never knew about Conor Bradley and how good he is. You didn't know that Curtis Jones can do this. You had no idea that Gomez can do this. Right? So you have a lot of depth and a good depth as well that can perform. Why can't you be the same? And you're ahead of Man City and Man City are coming to your ground. When are you going to say that you have the same chances as Man City? When?
I'll say we have the same chances as Man City when Liverpool are 10 points ahead of Man City with 5 games to go. That's when I'll say that. Liverpool are 100% the underdog, and there's nothing that can happen from now until April that will change my mind. Even if we win every single game, we're the underdog. Doesn't matter. This is Pep Guardiola. This is 115 Charges FC. This is a team that can bring in Oscar Bob to win them a game. So, yeah. Yesterday's game right now, a prime example for you. Darwin Núñez is fuckery in another game. You know, if Jota is not there, etc., it's a completely different game. So
You didn't like
yeah.
Darwin Núñez yesterday? I didn't know that.
Darwin Núñez is the unluckiest player in Premier League history. He's the unluckiest player in Premier League history. And I think it's getting to the point where I think if we grab the 5 best pundits on earth, they still cannot explain to you what is Darwin Nunez at this point, because it makes no sense. Like, very intelligent runner, very intelligent in terms of positioning. He has the pace and power. He even has the shot power, but I just don't understand like what it is with him in front of goal. Like, I'll give you an example. The left-footed volley was an unbelievable save from Petrovic. The half volley. That one I didn't blame him. Even the shot from far, it hit the post. Very unlucky. The header, I have no idea how he missed that. Then he gets a penalty, and even the penalty hits the post. I cannot explain it anymore. I think Darwin Núñez should now become the Mesut Ozil of Liverpool. He should just be creative, because every time he passes the ball, he actually passes it accurately, and someone ends up at the end of the ball. So we get an opportunity. So that's what I'll say. So we always have a chance, if he passes the ball. If he's the one shooting the ball, it's a problem.
So if Salah comes back, who holds bench for you?
Diaz and Gakpo.
Even
Nunez
after
left,
yesterday?
Jota down the middle, Salah right. Easy.
Wow. What about Trent? Mike Dass said that Trent, Conor Bradley has to start at right back.
You don't know something about Mike Dass. Mike Dass is very reactionary.
All right.
Mike Dass is one of the most reactionary people you can meet in the Liverpool fan base. Big up to him. He's a guy that I've known probably for like 2 years now. Mike Dass is very, 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 very reactionary. Trent is the best right back in the world, and the best right back in the world needs to start. Left-hand side is different. For me, I'm playing Joe Gomez in the next game.
Joe Gomez.
I'm not playing Robertson.
Lewis, how do Liverpool, are they the best team in the country, in your opinion?
I mean, they're up there. Between them or Man City, like, it really comes down to preference and what team's better on the day. But like, they're definitely up there. Definitely deserve to be in title contenders. And in contention, if people think they're favourites, yeah, this deserve. They've got quality players across the board. I don't know what the Chelsea game would have proved that was already there, except like maybe they've got a little bit better depth than we realised. But yeah, they've always been
exactly
up there.
the point.
All season, they've only lost 1 game in the league.
By the referee. So
yeah, there's a Tottenham game too. Yeah,
yes,
correct.
exactly. That's it. Basically, that's it. When they dipped in form, they literally drew Arsenal and Man United. They just
it's crazy. Imagine if they win the league and that's the only thing that stops them from going invincible.
Oh my god, Sam!
That would
imagine
actually be so crazy. Like that
would be fucked up. I'll be fucked up, to be honest.
In 405.
I'm claiming invincible if that
Get a
happens.
jammy penalty against us.
I'm claiming invincible if that happens. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? I will back you on that.
Yeah, well, listen, Arsenal would have to move to the side, and we're saying we're invincible too. I don't give a fuck, because that game is the biggest VAR robbery in modern history. And Simon Hooper, when I come to the UK in April,
your mic's off.
So
your
yeah,
mic's off.
No, I know I did.
That was on purpose. Okay, so you're actually coming down in April.
More demonetized, because if I see that Simon Hooper guy in real life,
what? Yeah. Well, forget that. You coming down in April?
I mean, it's a plan, inshallah, for me to come down in April. I hope so.
Why in April? Why not in May in the parade? Why not in the parade? Last game of the season.
Have to go to Anfield under Klopp. Yeah, a moment.
Last game of the season.
No, not last game of the season. They'll ask me 15,000.
Tickets will be like 25k. Good luck.
Yeah, I try to pay my whole net worth to come watch a game. Nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah. Listen.
Only way I can watch that game, the last game, is if I get a sugar mama. That's the only way. Someone listening right now, hit me up.
Yeah, let's hope you're in England. It'll be good to link up, defo.
100%. Inshallah, when I visit, we will link up. The thing is, like, it's just obviously when I'm looking at Simon Hooper, and for me, if we do win the league and we don't lose any other game, I'm claiming invincible. And troops and all the Arsenal fans are gonna have to hold that, because factually we got a PGMOL apology. They said Jota should have been sent off. They said the goal should have stood. So yeah, I'm just saying.
You'll probably end up with better records than the Invincibles anyway. 90 points. You just need to not draw 12 games, and you're good.
And more than one trophy, Lewis.
Oh yeah. Like Poch will still be in charge. So congratulations on the Carabao Cup victory. I've given up on that. I've given up.
I think we have the Europa League as well. Look, the only thing that worries me from Liverpool perspective is literally just injuries. Like, the likes of Konate is just made from Weetabix, so he could go down at any point in time. So
The
that's
Dedos do
kind
the
of
mini quads. This is crazy.
we could, to be fair, but it's just about fitness. It's just about fitness and smart rotation from Klopp. But when a gem like Connor Bradley appears, now you have your right back position sorted, as an example, for the bench. Same with the Simicast at left back, as an example. I think Joe Gomez has been very underrated this season, flying under the radar, locked up Saka, locked up Palmer, locked up everyone he came up against, to be fair. Like, I don't think anyone got past him this whole year. Like, he's been very good. So Liverpool have done really well this season. But yeah, Mo just wants me to say we're favorite against Manchester City, which is never going to happen. I'll never come up here and say Liverpool are favorite against Man City. We're not. We're the underdog because, people are not going to say Klopp over Pep. We don't have a better starting 11 or a better squad. So City remain the favorite, but we're the second best team, if you would like. So, yeah.
Hey, that's
And the
good
funny
enough.
part is, Lewis, I realized something. People were laughing at Arsenal fans all year long last season. Now they want me to come up here and do Arsenal energy. Like, you want me to come up here and go like, oh, yeah, we're going to win the league. Bro, it's literally February 1st. Like, it's still 4 months left to go. Why am I supposed to
You're
sit
just
up here
talking
and say,
about contention. Liverpool are the 100% up for that. Yeah,
100%
you've lost once.
100%.
Only once.
100%. 100%
It must be nice.
But favorites
Must be
is
nice.
different.
With me, I'm just trying to get a run of victories. I can't even get that.
Lewis,
Oh,
that was you 15 years ago.
yeah, my childhood. I wish I could go back to it. Now I have medals on the wall just to remember where we used to be. I don't know.
Can you
The
show
next time we're
Arsenal
gonna get
fans the
another
medal,
Premier League
please?
medal.
Because some of them have
Yeah.
never seen it.
Because they ain't got none of these. They ain't even got the new Premier League ones. They can hold that. And thankfully, because you guys are around, there's one more club that will stop them from winning the league. So anyone
have you
that's
ever
an
seen
enemy of Arsenal is a friend of mine, and you guys can hold that. You're not winning anything.
See, let me just give you guys a quick lesson because Mo's coming back. Guys, this is called the big ears. The big ears is referred to as the UEFA Champions League. As you can see, look how it has like big ears. See this right here? This is big ear. These big ears are for the Champions League. So when you look at the UEFA Champions League, just remember this face right there. This is a face you're never gonna see for the rest of your life. And I can't wait
focus on getting through against a fucking Portuguese team in the knockouts this time because we didn't do it last time.
I actually hope if they lose to Porto, wallahi, Lewis.
That back again after is going to be insane. That's going to be. I don't care.
Back a blood clot guy.
The amount of smoke that we're going to roll through when they get knocked out because it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen.
We need to set up a stream for troops where we have a layout where it's like us three on top and he's on the bottom by himself because no one should be next to him.
I've got plans for an Arsenal Go trophyless. I don't care what happened. I don't care where we are in the season. We're running a funeral stream. I'm going to ask for hosting rights for that episode as well. I've got a lot of plans for that. A lot of plans. Speaking of plans, are you guys bringing anyone in on deadline day?
No.
Yeah,
No.
you and me both. We're trying to find a club for Broja. Like we sound
I'm trying to find out
desperate,
any
by the
transfer,
way.
Lewis. There's no one signing anyone.
No, I think Fulham might be coming in for him, but like we've gone from we want 50 million to we want 30 million to we want loan with obligation to buy to we want loan with option to buy to please someone just take him on loan. We don't care what the terms are. All in the space of a week.
I mean,
It's
this is
Chelsea.
the thing. Like, I'm looking at this January window. I think this whole FFP thing as well is affecting people buying players because I think everyone's scared now. Like, everyone's worried about, do we get charged with FFP? Do we get destroyed by FFP? Blah blah blah. That's what I think the problem is because, bro, the biggest transfer news of the whole month of January is Timo Werner to Spurs on loan. That tells you all you need to know.
Facts, actually. Yeah, crap. The biggest thing we've had is just Broja and will Tottenham come in for Gallagher? They never were going to in the first place. Or no, this whole Benzema BS. That's been the real transfer saga. Where is Benzema going? He was never going anywhere.
Nobody was gonna pay his wages anyway. Nobody's
They
gonna
weren't
pay.
going to
His
let him go
I,
anyway.
I wanted
Even
to.
marquee players.
The last part of this, I wanted to actually, before that, let me do a couple of super chats. True Blue Clay saying, Husam, name the players Poch has improved. I'm not PochOUT, by the way, but he has to hold blame too. But Husam never claimed that Poch improved players. Did you?
Name the players that Poch has improved. Palmer,
I think Palmer walked
Madueke,
in with that ability.
Gusto,
Again,
Badiashile,
walked in with that.
Disasi,
He hasn't
Maddie
improved
Shields
his
got
play.
worse under Poch.
Caicedo, Petrovic.
Now he's
Colwell.
saying names. Now he's just saying names.
Come on, bro.
Now he's just
I know you
saying
don't
names.
believe that.
He's just listing Chelsea players. He's
Say
reading
new
from a piece of
signings are gonna act
paper.
like they improved. These men walked in with that ability. You know that.
He's
Palmer
gonna say
hasn't learned to think since coming to Chelsea.
Koulibaly, Sanchez,
That is all Guardiola just memory, muscle memory. That's it.
Nkunku. He's gonna say, come on. He's gonna name
Ugh. You could have just
Benzema,
said Gallagher. I would have been like Pez.
Harry Kane. Well, come on. Anyway, Starboy Saka. I tried to win some before thinking about Invincibles. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god. Try to win something, bro. Like, this is such an own goal by this Arsenal fan. What are you gonna win, brother? Such an own goal. Such an own goal. Carabao Cup out, FA Cup out, Champions League never gonna win. Premier League, you think you're gonna win it? No. So we're like, I'm gonna be at least. I know at least I'm gonna get something. I'm living here with something at least. So are you living here with something? No, you're not. So hold that.
Husam, if you don't win something, you are getting I don't know.
Sunday.
Sunday, you're getting ripped apart. You're getting ripped apart. You guys think Arsenal playing Liverpool? You guys think Arsenal are favorites to win that game?
Yes, because Arsenal are at home.
Yeah, they will give them a slight advantage.
Remember when it was at Anfield? I said we're favorites. I'm not shy to say it.
Yeah, 100%. He means Sunday.
At the Emirates, who's the last team to beat them in the Emirates?
Man City last year. No. Just West Ham.
Talking about the Premier or competitions.
Just West Ham, Hassan. Just West Ham just beat them at the
Yeah,
Emirates.
it was West Ham.
Just West Ham, like 2 weeks ago.
If it's all competitions, it was you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, to them. Mr. Tips was saying, greetings, Foodies Judge Mo. That City win over Newcastle proves me that the league is cities to lose. This type of a title race favors City. Let me tell you something.
Exactly why we're not favorites.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Tipso. If Liverpool, and it's a very plausible situation, right, reach the Man City game that is played at Anfield at Liverpool ground with 2 points ahead, at that point, Liverpool are favorites to win the league because they are favorites to win the game against Manchester City. I'm very logical. I am very logical here. If Liverpool win against Arsenal at the Emirates, at that time, Liverpool and Man City are 50-50 to win the league. The reason why I'm saying that, because that will have enough sample size for me to see this Liverpool team go toe-to-toe with City. I had a different energy for Liverpool team in the beginning. Why? I had no idea that, and I keep saying this, I had no idea that Conor Bradley existed. I had no idea that McAllister will be this good. I had no idea that Gomez will be able to replace
McAllister, my midfielder right there.
To be honest. So I had no idea. So I'm learning, right? Because the circumstances changed, I'm changing my opinion. Simple as that. So if Liverpool go to the Man City game with 2 points ahead, that means at that time, with that Spurs game, until this moment, they match City's energy. So why not have the same energy for that? And them playing at home makes them favorites. Because on paper, if they go 5 points ahead of Man City with 10 games left, I'll say Liverpool, if they don't win the league, they bottled it. I will say that. This is my opinion.
We don't
Husam's
have to
opinion is
beat
different.
Arsenal, but Arsenal have to beat us. That's the thing.
100%. No, 100%. If you get a draw, it's fair enough. Good.
Yeah,
let's
if we get
move
a
on.
draw, I don't think it's a bad result.
Even if you lose, by the way, and City win, you're still 1 point behind Manchester City, and they are coming to your ground. So you still have it in your hands. That's what I mean. If Arsenal draw or lose that game, it's over for them. And I think it's over for real. Like, they should think about the top 4. And maybe they rest players in the league and focus on the Champions League. Genuinely believe that. If they lose the game against Liverpool.
Inshallah.
SK is saying, Saka or Rodrigo, guys, there was a debate about this. Hold on. Number one, we need to start a debate here because I had it in the title. Is it Saka or Cole Palmer, actually? Who would you rather have? And as of now, Saka 35%, Palmer 26%, and Foden 39%, and we have over 300 votes. So which one?
I think
People
that
in the chat.
ranking is accurate. Foden and then Saka, and then actually no, I'd go Saka, Foden, then Palmer.
Okay, guys in the chat, there's over 600 people here. I need one
Is it
name.
based off overall or just this
No.
season?
No, not one. I'm gonna give you. Just let me. People, one name. This is the question. If you're asked tomorrow to have a player in your team to start at right wing, who would you rather have to start tomorrow? You have a Champions League final
I
tomorrow.
have Mo Salah more. I cannot.
Yeah, you
Can't.
can't. Okay.
I have Mo
But
Salah, the best
if
right
you
wing
have
winger
a-
of the world.
if you get one choice and you can't change that choice, who would you rather have to start for you? Or who
Saka.
would you rather have as a player? Saka, Foden, Cole Palmer. Don't give me this season. Don't give me last season. It's overall. Who would you rather have at your club as a player? 600 people. Oh my God, there's too many Arsenal fans.
If
I'm
it
going
was
Saka.
overall,
No, but it's not even Arsenal fans. Nawaf is a Chelsea fan. He's saying Saka. Tyler Jones is a
Nawaf,
Liverpool
you're
fan.
a
He's saying
traitor.
Saka. You know, it's just like there are comments here. LFCR and Liverpool fans Saka. Striker Liverpool fans Saka. You know, people are saying Saka regardless of who they support. I'll be honest with you.
if it's overall, I would take Foden. If we're doing it based off who you take right now, I'm still dying on the Palmer Hill.
You really think that Palmer has had a better season than Saka or Foden this season?
Then Saka, yes, definitely.
I think Palmer's been better than both this season.
Yeah, it's just with Foden, you could have a little bit more of an argument. With Saka, yeah, he's been meaty this season.
I think Palmer's been better even than Foden.
So if you're saying right now, yeah, Palmer has been good enough for me to say I will stick with Cole Palmer.
But that's why
Yesterday
most
doesn't give
question.
me an argument against it because we played him in the 9 and like, you know what?
It's a
that
tricky
was just my
question,
answer.
you know.
He
Like
ain't the 9. Let me play him deeper. Let me play him on the right-hand side where he's been comfortable. I'll leave him there. It's fine.
If you want to say this season, this whole conversation changes. That's why when you say overall, it's for me.
No, I'm talking. You want to play? You're signing someone tomorrow, Husam, for Liverpool. Oh, it's a very good question. You're signing someone to replace Mo Salah tomorrow, and you have only 3 choices: Foden, Saka, Palmer. Who would you sign, Husam, and why?
Martinelli. That's who I'm signing.
No, genuinely, like, for real.
Martinelli. That's the type of forward we like. A finisher.
Yeah,
You would sign
Klopp's been
Martinelli.
talking about for years, isn't he?
Wow. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure. To be honest, like, but for me, I would choose Saka over. Until this moment, I would still choose Saka. To be honest, like without, like for me, I think he's overall a better player. But however, Foden, because I don't believe Foden is a right winger. Foden isn't a right winger at all. To be honest.
Yes, Foden's not a right winger, but also he's not a 10, and also he's not an 8.
Foden is playing great in the 10 lately. Fantastic, isn't he?
Yeah, but how many teams in the world play with a 10? Name them.
He plays above, like ahead of Rodri. So I don't get your cheeky.
It's not
No,
a cheeky anything. I just
is a
think the
cheeky
10
thing.
position, the 10 position right now in world football in general is dying. I don't think there's any more 10s in the world. It's more like 2 advanced 8s and a right winger and a left winger.
Yeah, probably you're right. Let me do this couple.
Yeah, Foden, I don't think is good enough to play right wing.
Starboy Saka, don't gas too much, bro. Don't forget what happened in the FA Cup. Own goal, win that game. Last goal was a luck for Diaz. You guys had 0 shots in the first half. Let me just ask something before.
That's not Arsenal fans talking about attackers, are they?
I have no idea. Why do you have the clown emoji at the end? What do you want to say? Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah. The only clowns are Arsenal in that game. It's not my chance, my fault you didn't check the opportunities.
Like, it's kind of strange when you guys won against Man City in your first trophy of the year, that Charity Shield with a deflected goal, and you won against Man City with a deflected goal. I'm defending Husam here. If you come and say, and you guys are the ones that invented you make your own luck, Arsenal, when you won against City. So what are we talking about here, man? He's come back and said, calm down and try to win, otherwise you're gone, mate. No,
Liverpool don't have to
no,
win
they
this
aren't. And we just
Liverpool
explained
don't
them,
have
my
to win this
friend.
Sunday. This and Man United are our only 2 games away at the top 6 side we have left. We've played already everyone away. So City is at home, Spurs is at home, Chelsea at home we just watched. Who else? Yeah, there's no one left. No one left anyway.
Like, I don't think like this notion that I think Arsenal fans, you guys I think this is what's happening. Arsenal fans are trying to put the pressure on Liverpool because they know that they don't win this game, it's over for them. It's literally over for them. You aren't winning. You aren't even in the title race if you don't win this game. Not draw if you don't win this game. To be honest, and also Arsenal are gonna go to the Etihad, so you're literally done out here if you don't win this game.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
aren't winning at the Etihad. You aren't. So, and I'm not laughing at Arsenal. You literally missed it when you dropped. You could have been top at the moment if you didn't lose against West Ham and Fulham. Arsenal, it's not about Liverpool. It's not about Man City. It's about you. You're the ones who dropped the ball against West Ham and Fulham. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, to be honest. Like, there is nothing.
Fact.
Listen, Husam is gonna go now. Stay on the stream. It's gonna take you to Husam and Tom Little. They go, oh my god, oh my god, look at them talking.
Tom
about
Little
their
just
brethren.
cooked Chilwell yesterday, and now he's on my channel. You know, this is football. With you guys' support has grown.
Yes.
So Tom Little yesterday absolutely cooked Chilwell, and now he's a guest on This Is Football.
Someone literally sent a picture in the Ahwa and said, you cannot, Jacob, he said, you cannot convince me that
Yeah, I
that's
cannot say
not,
that's not Tom
like,
Little.
I swear, bro, like, it's, let me get the picture out because it's crazy. Like, it literally, like,
He's going to be
exactly
a
look
Bradley
like,
stat account now. Vicariously lived through him.
It's literally, no, but it genuinely is a Tom Little lookalike. Like,
yeah,
it's
like
just,
that particular picture, like, to be honest, you
Here.
can't tell me that doesn't look like Tom Little.
this
just
is Tom
can't.
Little 2.0, right?
You can't.
Kind
This
of.
is literally Tom
I
Little.
It's
think
2.0.
really,
Tom
bro, it's
Little's
so
got a bit more of a
close.
mustache, right?
Yeah, but if Conor Bradley grows his mustache, it's literally Tom Little again.
No, I'm saying Tom Little needs to take that off and actually try and rock the whole fucking Conor Bradley look just once.
Yeah, 100%.
If anything today, like I mean, he's got his first goal. Like, go for it.
Guys, we have entertainment for you all day long. Now, you know,
yeah.
after this stream, gonna come to my channel. Look, I'm gonna redirect to Lewis as well. Lewis is live as well, and then me and Lewis are back again as well tonight on Troops TV, and then we have Al Ahwa as well at
Yay.
11:30. So there's just so much content. Anyway, big up. I'm gonna go start my stream now. See you guys later. Love.
Big up, my guy. Big up.
Big up, Husam. Thank you, Lewis, for being here. Guys, Carefree Lewis channel is in the description. It's one click away. Just one click. We have 600 people here. I'm sure the guy can get 50 to 100 subscribers, right? You click on the link and you go subscribe to his channel. It's simple. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it helps his channel massively. Also, like his last video or last 10. It doesn't cost you a penny as well. You just like the video. It's simple. Couple of super chats to go through. True Blue Clay saying, who needs to win the Prem more, Arsenal or Liverpool?
Ooh.
Well, both, to be
Yeah,
honest.
both to a point. But if we're talking more, you could argue Arsenal.
Liverpool.
No,
Because
they
of
gotta do
Klopp
it for
leaving.
Klopp,
Because of
innit? But,
Klopp
like, I
leaving.
mean, Klopp's already got one. If Arteta goes trophyless for another year, that's an even worse.
I think the
thing for
board
him
will
than
be all
what
right
we
with
got
him.
from.
Klopp put the pressure on him. 100% Klopp put the pressure on him. Because when he said
I
he's
hear
leaving.
it, but it's like, if Liverpool weren't to win the Prem and they won the other 3 trophies,
Yeah, that'll be all right then. That'll
that's
be
it. Like,
absolutely
if
all
they
right.
don't win the Prem or and they ain't winning the Champions League, Arteta, like, it looks terrible on him. Especially the money spent on Rice and on Havertz. I'd say Arsenal. Just.
Yeah, just about. We'll batter them and their title hopes. See ya. Oh, brilliant. We'll see if Arsenal win the game. I don't think we'll see. If Arsenal win the game, I think it's going to be clear. But listen, people, I appreciate you guys and appreciate Lewis and appreciate everyone that supported the channel with the super chat. Starboy, Saka, Mo, Nilot Pal, of course, Akil, Studio Hooks, Blaze, SE, Michael Talks Football, of course, all the people, Mr. Tipso, everybody that is supporting the channel with a super chat. Really appreciate you people. And we'll see you guys later. Make sure to stay here. Take you to Husam's stream. And we are out of here, people.